Hello, and welcome to my channel. This is Elise here of Plan with Elise, and today we are making two custom Patreon spreads. We are going to be doing something a little bit different today because these will not be regular weekly planning spreads. They will serve a different purpose, so you definitely want to stay tuned for the whole video. This first spread I'm making is going to be for Shawn, and last month or the month before I made a when did I last page for Shawn, and for this month she wants a when did I last for her kids. And so we went back and forth a little bit on the creative idea here because she would like one page for her son and one page for her daughter. And as I was falling asleep last night, which tends to be when I get most of my ideas, I came up with this idea, and I'm going to show you as much of the process as I can. I just know that this could be a really long video, so I don't want it to be like crazy long. But my idea here is to take scrapbook paper, and I have different shades of blue and different like patterns of blue, and kind of add almost like a little patchwork thing, but I don't want it to necessarily all be triangles. So I did test this out this morning with like other paper that I wasn't planning on using. And I'm going to show you the starting part of this process. But again, I think that the rest might take so long that I don't want to like bore you and be here forever. So we're going to put this blue piece down. So I cut that, we put it down. Let me move this over so that you can see this part of the page better. Then I want to take a different kind of size of blue. So I'm actually going to lift this up a little bit and wanted to kind of do something like that. So for this piece, I need to now put this correction tape back here so that this sticks. And then we're going to put like a little bit right here just to keep this down. Let's make sure that's flat. And while I do that, I'm going to turn this over to be able to see where this is cut. You could also do this with washi if you don't have scrapbook paper and you're looking to do something similar. Now the challenge here, I didn't really think about this until now, is getting the adhesive on such a thin piece. So some of that went on that paper, which I'm going to fix. And then for the rest, I'm just going to roll it on my hand. I just need to make sure that we get some adhesive. This would probably be better with like a glue stick or something. Sorry, it's going to get shaky for a sec. Something that has a really like fine tip with the adhesive. And then we have to just trim off this edge. There we go. So we sort of have like a patchwork thing going on. Now for this piece, I think we will sort of go out a little bit further just to get to the top there. So I'm just going to try to cut it myself like as best as I can and then see how we do. I feel like it looks cool. I almost think that that's too far out, so maybe right here would work. And this time, I'm going to put this directly on the page and maybe about there. So, sorry, I don't think I actually said this part. What Shawn and I settled on was one side with blue and one side with pink, so that we'd kind of have a little bit for each of her children, like one color for each of them. Okay, I feel like that's a cool look. I'm not quite finished because I definitely want to incorporate this color too. So let's take a big piece and see how we can do this. I think the better way to do it, and I'm staying on camera right now, even though I said I wasn't going to stay on the whole time, was because I want to show you, I feel like maybe that would work. I want to show you that what I'm learning. And what I'm learning is that cutting the pieces off and playing around with them is maybe the better way to do it versus trying to like measure and cut across. So I think that that piece will look cool there. And then we'll trim this. Okay, this is floppy, so we still need another piece of adhesive right here. And we've got a little adhesive there. Okay, let's see how it's looking. I feel like it's a little strange, but I also think it's a cool effect. So I'm still happy with it. Let's go back to the polka dots because I think I want to go down this way. I just don't know exactly what shape I'd really want here. Maybe like that. We're just going to cut a piece off so that it's easier to work with. And then I was thinking like this can kind of go down to the bottom. And then we have this whole space to use. So I think that's what we'll do. Kind of put this where I got that. Oops, that's not going to work because then we have the blank part. I need a little bit more of an angle here. Ah, it's got to go right to the end. Okay. I think maybe that'll work. A lot of this is experimenting because I had an idea. I'm trying it for the first time. And maybe you'll, find a better way to do it. I'm sure that there is a better way to do it. This is just what works for me in this moment at my second attempt, because I did try it this morning and tested it out, mainly just to make sure that it was going to work, not necessarily the process as much. Okay. I think that we're good. I kind of feel like I need to go across all the way to the top. I don't know. I haven't used this yet, but that's too close in pattern. And I wanted to sort of switch up the colors a little bit. So maybe we add this, but it's got to be a little bit different, right? We're kind of doing like a patchwork style here. So like that maybe might work, but then we'd have to kind of cut like right here. So let's try it. I hope I don't run out of adhesive. That would be a problem. And then I folded there, right? So let's cut that part. And we'll kind of guide this. This is a complicated thing to do on camera. I don't think I cut it right. I think that that's really the way that I wanted to do it. All right, so we're gonna cut this. Once I finish with the blue, I will be doing the pink off camera just because it'll be easier. We have 2 spreads to do today. And then right here, we just need to use my punch to pop out this hole. Okay. I feel like it looks better now that I did the top. Let's do the pink and then we'll come back. Okay, we've got our pink and our blue. I know that the pink blends in a bit with my desk background, but I think that these came out really, really cute and they have that like patchwork style that I was looking for. Now I'm going to take Alpha Basics Volume 1 and we are going to create the headings for these pages. So this is going to be when did I last? Like I mentioned, I already made one of these. Let's see, when did I last? I think we can fit this. I made one of these for Shawn, but this one is going to be for the kids. I know that this is an F. We are going to turn it into an E. When, and then did. D, I, D. And then we need I. Kind of being mindful of spacing here. And then we're going to do last. A, S, and T. And now what I'm going to do is also include her kids' names, and I'm going to include them down here. So this page will be for Warren, her son, and we are going to do different letters there. So we're going to kind of put them like this, which was why I wanted to do a little bit of like a slant situation here. I'm going to take P's instead of R's, and we're going to turn them into R's. And then we are also going to take an F and turn it into an E. I just can't forget to do that part. And then we'll take the N from the other book, because I do have 2 copies of this book. I mentioned this recently. If there's a sticker book that you love, I don't always say buy more than one, but with this, like these basics, I would definitely say to buy more than one. Now, let's make these the right letters. We've got the E there. Oh, and we need the R's. I'm going to bring in a ruler here so that I can see. Need to kind of round the edge to be better with that and thicken this up a little bit. And then let's do it here too. R. There we go. And then for this one, we need a very blocky E. And I'm putting this ruler here to see how far out it needs to go. It's not 100% of a perfect solution if you're looking at it with a magnifying glass, but I think that it's good. I really do. All right, now let's do the same thing on this side. Just kind of scooting these over so that I can make sure that they're lined up. And we're going back to these letters. So we need to spell this out again. We're going to use the F's again. And we're about here, right? Yeah, here. So W, H, E, and N. And then we have the NFDs. D, I, D. I can't get enough of alphabet stickers. Just feel like they're so good. I don't want this to completely go over on the right side, so I'm just moving these a little bit to the left. But alphabet stickers are just a lot of fun to use in your planner, especially if you don't always want to write things down. There's plenty that I write, like headings that I write, but I think that these add just a really nice, clean look. A, S, and T. And then we need to go back down to these stickers for spelling out her daughter's name. So let's shift this way. And I need your spelling out Blaze. So B, L. I think we're going to go from the back. So I need an E first. We're going to go for the F. Then an S, an I, an A. And we'll go L and B. Okay. Now we're going to make this E. And over here, where did my ruler go? It's a clear ruler, so it gets lost on my desk. We will see where this goes. I did it this way before and that worked. So we'll just go to there. Okay. We have both of these are set up. Now I'm going to take some markers. So we're going to take this blue. I think maybe we go for a different blue. I think this blue would be pretty. And just add a little bit of color here. Make sure I'm not missing the spots. I think that this is really cute. I'm getting there's a little bit of adhesive there, so I need to deal with that. Okay. I like when an idea works because they don't all work. We know that. This pink I think is going to be too bright. I'm probably going to have to find like a lighter pink. Let's test this. I feel like this is too bright also. I almost need like a rosy pink. That's better. That has kind of a rose effect to it. Okay. All right. We have these. Now we have more to do. We're not quite finished yet. So for the final step here, we are going to be adding in the boxes for either Shawn or the kids to be able to fill these out. So I have series 5 functional boxes from Mojo Jojo Plans, and we are going to put, I think we're going to do 6 total. So I'm going to put one box here, one box here, and one here. I do see that this middle one went down a little bit crooked, so we've got to fix that. Right, it did. Please don't rip, please don't rip, please don't rip. No, it's ripping. I need my undo. This should make it peel up easier, and then we won't have any ripping. Let's pull it up from the bottom so that, because part of it already did rip, but once we put the sticker down, it's going to work as adhesive to get it, that ripped part, back down. Okay, 3, and then I have series 1 because we're going to take the brighter pink. I know that this pink doesn't really match these pinks, but the same is going to happen with blue. I just don't have colors for every piece of scrapbook paper I have, so I think it's going to be fine. Before I put those down though, I want to jump back here because I want to kind of gauge the spacing. When I made this for Shawn, what I did was I put the boxes here, and I feel like that's kind of a cool look, but I think that we're going to put them right above, or maybe we do like a heading. I think I want to put them right above it, like a little heading like that. And I think that for kids, having the different coloring too is a good like visual differentiator. Perfect. Now you just have to make sure that I have enough room to add the additional boxes, which I will. And these are going to be, like I said, for them to fill out. I'm not going to fill this out. I will be doing a bit of filling out on the next spread that I'm making, because this is one of 2. Okay, and then we need 3 of these. I really like how this came out. I'm not trying to like toot my own horn because this won't be everyone's speed, but I'm really proud of myself for the idea of like the patchwork style and how it turned out, because I just wasn't sure. And it's a little scary trying to be creative on the internet. And I wanted it to work. So now we need the blues from the same sticker book. So I'm going to flip to this page, and again, the blues, I'm trying to decide which blue I want to put where, because I feel like this is the paler one. Uh-oh. Are we gonna lose a bit of Warren's name here? I don't think so. No, we'll be fine. Yeah, we're gonna go with the paler, and then we'll go with the brighter on top. But I feel like I may have some spacing issues here. We're about to find out. Trying to visualize everything, like how it's all going to look, is not easy. Right, now we need the darker blue, which will actually be a better match for the page, from series 1 functional boxes. I don't know that these are still in stock, but I can link Mojo Jojo plans. We're gonna stack those. And then do it again. We have space. It's just a little bit of overlap over the box, but once you write on it, you're not going to be able to see it. We're getting a little bit tight here though. So we're just going to go close to those. Are these on the same level? No, these are shifted down one. Okay, we got to do some moving. When I can move things without using undo, I prefer to. So here, we're just going to layer this a tiny bit over the W, and that'll give us the space that we need. And then this will all have to get shifted down. Okay, we have to use undo. I know. It will be faster though. It's just not my preference. It's not a cheap product. I also don't like the smell of it. And it's a rainy day today, and I don't want, a rainy day is not a great recipe for me when it comes to my migraines, and strong smells is just as bad. But I made a mistake, and we're gonna fix it. You just have to move these before they dry. You do have some time. This doesn't like dry super quickly. And then we'll get this one down. Okay. Put this here. Then we can shift this all so that we're not right on top of the letters. I felt like as I was starting it that I was maybe off a little bit with the spacing, but I did not listen to my instincts. All right, all better. Now we need the final two. And these. Now, if you missed the first video where I did a when did I last page, these are intended for things like when did I last change my bedding? I mean, typically with adults, right? When did I last get an oil change? When did I last clean the air filters? So I'm really excited to see how Shawn uses these for the kids, because it's going to be a little bit different than how adults would use it. So I think that we are all set with this setup. I am really excited about how it came out. I think it's a lot of fun and different. So let's go to the next spread. Okay, now we are ready for the second spread. So this is for Bobbie, and Bobbie asked for basically a day date bucket list for she and her husband to go on more day dates, which I think is really fun. And she asked like if I could fill in some of them with ideas that I have, because while James and I don't go on a lot of day dates, we do go on a lot of dates because, you know, new relationship. So I have a list here of things that I'm going to include, and I'm also going to create space for Bobbie to add her own. So I pulled out Happy Planner's Garden Flowers sticker book. I just think that it's really pretty and would be fun for like kind of fun and I don't know, like a whimsical sort of theme here. Just something a little bit different. So we're gonna pull this sticker out. This is a big sticker. Move that over here. And I have two open pages again, and I'm going to put these two pages, let's get these right up against each other because I'm going to be going over it. So we're going to put that there, and then we'll take the other one and continue. Although I feel like this almost goes opposite. Like we have these, oh wait, are those upside down? No, it's not upside down. but now it kind of goes here. So I think what I'm going to do is cut this. Where are my little scissors? Sorry. Okay. We're going to cut this so that the first sticker is this orange floral. Because then it won't look like it's so right up against that one with the same florals. I should have done this with a knife when it was in the sticker book. Not here, like this. Okay. Oh, we have one more tiny part to cut. This is the stuff that's hard to explain when people ask me like what I do on YouTube. Like people in my regular life. It's like, oh, I cut out flower stickers. Okay, that's cute. Now, I'm not going to cut this yet. I will eventually. I'm just not going to cut it yet because right now these are just really nicely next to each other, and that doesn't often happen for me. So we are going to keep them as is. Now, I'm going to take out Alpha Basics by Kill the Plan again. And by take it out, I mean pull it from the side of my desk because I never put it away before. And we're going to do day, let's see if I can. Don't have a Y in that letter. We do here. Day, date, bucket list. I think that that'll work here. So let's kind of go up above these florals. That's why I wanted to use paper stickers here so that I could layer them on top of the flowers. Day, date. Actually, this time we're going to go from the back again, from the right side, like I did in Shawn's spread. Day, date. Cute. And then bucket list. I think I can probably fit it all. I just have to be careful and kind of shift to the left. B, U, C, K. And then we need E, E-T, phone home. E, T, bucket, and then list. So going from the right again, just to give myself that space between the words. S, I, and L. Whew. We did it. Okay. It looks really cute with the flowers. I feel like it just adds, I don't know, something. I don't usually like layer letters over flowers as much like that, but I really like how it came out. Okay, now I'm gonna put those florals to the side, and I took out Pastel Shapes by Mojo Jojo Plans. I don't know that all of these shapes are the exact right color here, but I think that there's like enough. Let's just see. I feel like when you use florals, you have a lot of variation in color anyway, that I don't know that I need to like perfectly match every single one of these. I'm just glancing over to see if I have another sticker book that I think would work, but I feel like these kind of work. Like we have them here. They're just a little bit different. Let me see where we are, because I need a nice size hexagon. I don't have any of the pink, but I think that without the pink, we'll still be okay. So here's where it might get interesting, and we're just going to kind of go with the flow. The date ideas that I pulled out, I pulled out 20 of them. So ultimately, I'm looking to put down 20 hexagon boxes. So we're going to have to count. Well, I want to count to make sure I have at least 20, and then the others are going to be for Bobbie to fill out. I feel like I need to stand up because I can't quite get the angle here that I'm looking for. like the angle to be able to see these because that's already crooked. I think because the red one is crooked. Let's fix this. Now, you may notice that some of these custom spreads take a longer time than others. And what I do want to reiterate is that I put in the time based on the request, right? So if it's a request for a basic planner spread, that's always going to take me less time than a more like custom different type of one. And so I put the same amount of like energy and thinking and planning into all of them, but sometimes that does result in a shorter video versus a longer video, but I haven't had any complaints, so I think we're good. Okay, this is looking cute. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I think we'll be okay on the number that I'm looking for. 7, 8, 9. Because now we're at half and we still have a decent amount on the page to like space on the page. 10. Let's put this one here. 11. I'm not really following any specific order for the hexagons. I'm just kind of going with what feels good. 12. Let's go back to these colors. Maybe take a green here. 13. 14. Has to go over a little bit. 14. 15. Maybe we'll be closer than I thought. 16. What color do we need? We need an orange. 17. Oh, that's crooked. Oops, I can't pull these pages off because I kept them stuck together. That was on purpose, but makes it harder to pull the sticker off. Okay, now I lost count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay. 18, 19, and 20. So let's do this here. 18, 19, and 20. And now we have space for a couple more. So like I said, I'm going to fill in those spaces so that Bobbie and her husband can write in some additional ideas. Now I do have a plan for the right side of the page, so stay tuned for that because that's a fun one. This here, and then let's take maybe this light green over here. Now we do have some of these like half hexagons. I don't know that I plan on writing in them, but I think my handwriting's too big, but Bobbie can write in them. Let's do this green one. I do like that these shapes are included in this book because I feel like it helps. Okay, look how nice this looks. I feel like it's it works. It's just a fun page to look at. And this is great for one of those extra pages to put in your planner. Okay, for now we are finished with the day bucket list, and now we are going to write in some ideas. So I'm going to write them in. So we're going to talk about them a little bit. We're going to visit a bookstore and a museum. I know I just said that I wasn't going to write in these smaller ones, but some of them work here. Explore a new town. We're going to write here, farmer's market. I almost didn't write farmer's market down because I was like, well, this is for the day. I don't know if she meant weekday or weekend, but the town I grew up in has their farmer's market on weekdays. Where I live now, it's on the weekends. I'm going to write a hike down here. What's really nice is that in bowling, Bobbie lives in Florida, so the weather is nice year-round to be able to do some outdoor things. I couldn't really go on a hike here. Well, I could do it into the fall, just not past like November. And part of it's because of how dark it gets. We have bowling. We're going to write local coffee shop. And then we have C, A, matinee. Fun fact, I feel like I've shared this before, but I can't go to the movies. It's a migraine trigger for me. I did learn last year, I think it was when the Barbie movie came out, that there are some movie theaters that do sensory friendly movies, which I probably could do. But there just hasn't been a movie since then that I've wanted to see. Okay, go on a local tour. I feel like there are sightseeing tours everywhere unless you live in the middle of nowhere, and I think that that could be really fun. We're going to do a DIY home project. Volunteer. I love this one. So many places need volunteers. So we're going to write volunteer. Take a cooking class. And then, where am I? This one has to go small. I'm going to write fave places scavenger hunt. So like, hold on, I don't want to spell this wrong. Scavenger hunt. So for example, if I were doing this with James, I might do some sort of scavenger hunt about a pizza place that I like, or a place where we went rollerblading, or somewhere where we went for trivia, like different places that are our favorites, and doing like each of you making a clue to be able to do the favorite places scavenger hunt. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay. Then we're going to recreate, I say we as though I'm part of these, a memorable date. I think that that would be really fun. Play mini golf. Then we're going to do a board game. I should really write play, but we'll do. I don't know why I'm saying that. Do board game outside. Take a dance lesson. Visit an arcade. And do a puzzle. Okay, those are our 20. So that's 20 date ideas. Some of them cost money, some of them don't. You know, a picnic outside, like do a picnic with stuff you already have. If you have a board game, things like that. So some of these are definitely, of course, volunteering doesn't cost anything. Now, the other side, I am going to do a challenge. Now, this is going to be, how do I explain this? I'm going to explain two different things that can be used, two different ways that this page can be used, and it'll be up to Bobbie and her husband to decide how they want to use it. So I'm taking out Alpha Basics Volume 2. And actually, I think I may need smaller letters here. I think we have to go back to Alpha Basics. Oops. Part of the reason that I wasn't going to use Alpha Basics here is I feel like this was missing a letter at some point. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Okay, this has them all. I don't know why I was thinking it didn't. Now, let's see how many things we have here. I go like start here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. I only have 22. I really need like 26, so I could either put them all down or split them in half, but it is what it is. So we're going to create something. I'm gonna put all of the letters of the alphabet down. Now, this is a little tough because some of their height, so hopefully this will all work once we get to the bottom. What inspired this was a date that my mom and stepdad went on recently, where they walked around their town and they had to go through the alphabet and find signs, like street signs or storefronts or things like that, that started with each letter of the alphabet. And I think that that's a really fun one to do. It's free, like going on a walk, you get some exercise. But the other way that this page can be used is doing this for date ideas. So if it was P, you could do picnic. If it was C, you could do cooking class. Something like that to be able to check off dates for each letter of the alphabet. H could be hike, etc. You get the idea. So I think you could do this either way, but I'm just putting the alphabet stickers down for Bobbie to be able to decide what to do with. H, I, J, K. What's halfway through? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M. So we're going to go through to M and then switch over to the other side because I won't have enough for the entire alphabet. L and M. And then we'll switch over here. So I think that's enough space to write. N, O, P. This is a very simple page to put together. It's taking a little longer because I'm talking through it. But again, it's ideas of ways to use your stickers, your planner, different pages in your planner to in a different way. S. I'm trying to make sure these are each on a line, especially when I have to kind of go down a little bit. T. It's harder when they're tall stickers or tall letters. We'll be good with the next several. U can go here. V. W. X. And then, actually Y should be tall enough that it'll bump me to the next line. Because I was like, no, it's not going to be even. Y, but we're going to be even now. And Z. Look at that. It worked. Okay, now we have some extra space down here. So I don't know what to do with it. I didn't really count on that. Do we have any quotes in here that might be fun? Or we could kind of add in some more of the florals. I feel like we can probably bring some more of these flowers in. So we'll put this here and let's do this purple one, making sure there's room to write. And then this one's cute. And maybe this pink one helps fill in some of that space. Okay, now we have to separate these pages. I really, really like how this came out. We're gonna cut off this top part, the extra sticker parts. And then this side as well. There's only a couple up here. And over here. This would be faster if I were using my bigger scissors, but they're under the pile of everything else that I used today. So adding to today's to-do list is cleaning off my desk because, oh my goodness, I used a lot of stuff today. Okay, and now we need to punch the top where I merge these. So we just have 3 punches to make. So I'm using my We Are Memory Keepers punch. And we're gonna pop right here, here. And now Bobbie has a day date bucket list that she can go to when they're looking for a new idea. There we go. Look how cute that looks. I love it. So to recap, we have Bobbie's day date bucket list and the alphabet challenge. And we have Shawn's When Did I Last pages. I think that these are both really fun and I felt very creative doing both of them. I'd say that I'll link everything I use, but I've got to tell you, like, Alpha Basics Volume 1 is no longer in stock. This is just scrapbook paper from different pads of scrapbook paper that I had. These are boxes from Mojo Jojo Plans, as are these shapes, so I'll link those. I can put this sticker book, but this is really using very basic planner supplies. And a lot of the alphabet stickers I did here, you don't even need to use alphabet stickers. You can just write them. You can just write things down or print, you know, stickers from online if you don't have the alphabet sticker books. So I think that's a wrap. I appreciate your support and for you hanging out with me today. And I will see you next time.